the Beastmaster. Like, Beastmaster was causing a lot of issues early on, but later on it was pretty much the Ursa and the Centaur show. Like, Beastmaster wasn't doing that much. He was also trying to hide so that Rubik can't steal the axes. Like, he was not showing on the map.
How did you feel about Chuyon's performance? This was our first real exhibition, seeing him on FNATIC, seeing him on the offlane. What was your evaluation of the cost?
Like, I can't just judge from one game.
Okay.
Tidehunter is not an easy hero to play. You know, people might think, yeah, you pop the Ravage, but because they didn't have that, like, one hero that goes in and creates the chaos, you might think of a Spectre, but she also does not want to go in first. Like, you don't have that, like, let's say... But Tusk is not a guy that goes in first. Someone like Earth Spirit that creates chaos in the front lines, and then like they group around him. Tidehunter goes in. They also had some Yule Scepters. Just the positioning from EXECRATION was also really good, so they did not allow them to land the multiple man Ravages, which was nice. But other than that, I would love to see a bit more different itemization. The 4-staff that I mentioned, I think they would have gotten a lot of value from the item.
The laning stage itself was also pretty difficult for him. Should have done a little bit more there. Overall, there were some questionable Ravages too, if you want to go into the negatives, like Ravaging after Ursa is already dead, catching only one hero with it, and it's a support. So overall, the execution could have been a little bit crispier and better, but how much can we expect from a non-offlane player on an offlane? It is DPC, and we should expect quite a lot, right? It's Division 1.
Sure. We see all these random games that you drop here and there will come back to bite you in a few weeks whenever you start determining who will be the top and the bottom of these leagues. So FNATIC learned their lesson. They ban out the Beastmaster. It's just that simple.
It is. Also petitioned to rename his Aghanim Scepter into Axanim Scepter. I think that that's a possibility.
Just rename the whole item.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys watched the previous game, you know, I think everyone can agree that this is kind of not Dota.
Nope.
You have Rubik and Beastmaster just throwing the axes from so far away. You have Rubik immediately picking up the axe, going straight inside the Roche pit. It's just like...
Not even inside, just
he's
kill
just
Roche
throwing it from the cliff, from the high ground. Like, they're getting a Roche kill. Like, what is that?
Clearly they're...
And Roche just kind of moves towards you, moves back.
Stop it.
Just dies.
Stop it.
Okay, but it's banned out. FNATIC does get rid of the Beastmaster. They don't want any nonsense like that.
How about IO?
I think you can risk and give that to EXECRATION. I think an IO right now is definitely harder to execute, and it's not even about the Beastmaster and how he executed. It was about the fact that you let the Beastmaster go through and then you adapt your whole draft to that hero. You pick an Enchantress, you pick a Rubik, and then you end up with a Rubik mid and Enchantress 5, which perhaps isn't something that you wanted in the get-go. Right?
Suboptimal.
Yeah.
Ban out the Phoenix instead, so that team fight's off the table. Elder Titan is starting to make a bit of a resurgence. We're seeing a lot of popularity, not only in this region, but plenty in Europe and North America as well.
Yep.
It just feels good. There's so many good combinations of the heroes. The one that I liked yesterday was ET plus a Snapfire, where like you have so much minus armor, then you build into a Solar Crest. Like the supports melt, not just the supports, but also the cores. Like the Snapfire playing, let's say 4 or 5, like once you get that Solar Crest, you can like deal so much damage even to the cores. They open up with the Centaur. Mars this time around is banned out, so they might start.
Dire team ban. FNATIC turn to
Beastmaster
ban.
just throwing the axes from so far away. You have Rubik immediately picking up the axe, going straight inside the Roche pit. It's just
Not even inside. Just
he's just throwing it from the cliff, from the high ground. Like, they're getting a Roche kill. Like, what is that?
Clearly they're...
And Roche
10
just kind of moves
seconds
towards you,
remaining.
moves back.
Stop it.
Just dies.
Stop it.
Okay, but it's banned.
5 seconds remaining.
How about IO?
I think you can risk and give to EXECRATION. IO right now is harder to execute. About the beast, how he executes. About the fact that you let the beast go through and then you adapt your whole draft to that. Enchantress, you pick a Rubik, and then you end up with a Rubik mid and Enchantress 5. Perhaps isn't wanted.
Suboptimal. Phoenix instead, so fights off the table. Elder Titan is starting to make a bit of a
10
resurgence. We're seeing a lot of
seconds
popularity, not only in this region, but plenty in Europe, North America as well.
5 seconds remaining.
It just feels good. There's so many good combinations of heroes. The one that I liked yesterday was Snapfire, where like you have so much minus armor. Then you build Solar Crest. Like ports melt, not just the supports, but also the cores. Like Snapfire playing 4 or 5. Like once you get that Solar Crest, you can so much damage. Cores
10
they open up with the
seconds
Centaur, Mars this time around. That they might start thinking
5
about.
seconds remaining.
I think considering how meta is developing right now, we're gonna see more heroes like Wyvern, where you run away, where you split the team fight. Even though that
Fanatics
hero
turn
got
to
a
pick.
big nerf, you know, you can't just set it up because the duration of it is 5 seconds. If there's no one around, no one attacking you, it's only 2.
Io Bristleback. Was
Getting
it-
deja vu.
I have a feeling like I saw this same.
All right, let's see
10
what
seconds
Omega's
remaining.
response was to this. So they had first phase the Snapfire and the
5
Tusk,
seconds remaining.
They had Snapfire Tusk, later on the PA as well versus the back.
and they had your boy Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter.
The Bounty Hunter.
My boy. My boy Bounty Hunter. Not performing.
Like he's not having a good time.
Everyone talking about how broken he is, but in the games they go for some Falcon Blades and staffs, and that's great.
Dire team
Christian right
ban.
now, they can address the Bristol. So not only addressing the Bristol IO as well, and a good setup with Stomp. Hero overall. Really like this pick. It's not great versus IO core. IO support, like
10 seconds remaining.
Correct.
That's
yeah,
great.
Tim's was playing the ISO port
5
role, and they ended
seconds
up picking
remaining.
the Clockwork to be their cores to pair up with the Bristol.
It might be one of those, you know, copy your homework. Yeah, but, you know, just
Change
change
it
it
up
up
a
a bit.
I mean, Fnatic were famous for running the ETIO in season 1 with Raven.
they
Fanatics turn to ban. Dire team ban.
carry. Still, IO is a core. We've seen it already in
Yeah.
season 4 here, and even though I'm not
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
If you
if it's
draft
like a good
properly, yeah.
game for him on the off lane, then yeah, but this is first phase so it core. Like even on the mid lane, if you're not having a good time, you can always deep skip with Bristleback, play behind
Fanatics
tier
turn
3
to
tower if
ban.
they don't have the 4 that can rotate, position 5 AA, you don't care too much about him.
Nope.
So like Bristleback can make a new for himself if he doesn't feel comfortable. Also looking at the player cameras, like how many people do they have behind them? Is that just the same 3 people from
It's the
different
sa- it's
angles,
the
or is
same
it
3
like
people.
a whole football team behind them?
One dude has like a Star Trek outfit on. Oh, it's a hoodie. Colors.
looks very similar. Morphling might be a good option for it. AA. Back to
10
playing IO.
seconds remaining.
Fnatic ban out the Viper. Pretty much the same
5
heroes we talked
seconds
about in the first.
remaining. Fanatics turn to
Good
ban.
versus
I don't really vector me either team.
still possible.
Like AA plus
Fnatic.
Spectre is super strong. Global presence, get from it. The problem is
10
you still don't
seconds
know where
remaining.
this Bristleback is going. So I assume they're just they
5
need,
seconds
even though
remaining.
you have Ancient Apparition, you still probably need either a mid laner or a 4 that could build a Spirit Vessel, like any kind of damage reduction, healing damage reduction, healing reduction,
Healing reduction,
is
yeah.
is really good against Bristleback and
Any 4 with a brawler type detection.
Give me the Earth
Fanatics.
Spirit.
Earth
Turn
Spirit
to
exactly would
pick.
probably be love this AA plus Earth Spirit almost as much.
Hand out the Shadow DMF.
You don't see it, but this hero will rise. Like,
Yeah.
He is buffed out of.
10 seconds remaining.
His illusions got buffed, level 1.
5 seconds remaining.
Pretty much
Dire
the only
team
buff that I remember. So, like, the rest-
Over the patches, like illusions right now are on 11 seconds.
seconds, yeah, instead of 8. So that's pretty big. You
And
know,
Shadow Poison's unspellable now also.
Yep.
those like 3 extra seconds could make a difference. And lowering the HP of like Bristleback and Io.
10 seconds remaining.
Like during Major, I don't think this hero was touched. Maybe picked once, twice. I don't
Very
have the
rarely.
exact number,
Remaining.
but I remember not seeing him. Now that we see some like other heroes, Faceless Void also being popular, we're gonna go back to the saving supports that get to that disruption, turn the whole fight around.
I would really like to see sure if still play it, but Morphling were Clockwork were IO later
Yeah,
on.
it's just like no real damage. Like they don't have any kind of burst damage, so it looks like a good Morphling game. Also, you could take Snapfire played as a 4, or Earth Spirit, where you don't care about Clockwork going in. Cookie, you have a kick. Because Ancient Apparition, he finds him, gets a
Yeah,
jump.
just that.
And it's also cogs are very good again. Speed.
Reserve time. My guess is that they're either deciding to pick up their carry now, if away with the Morphling later, or still
Wait,
mulling over.
you said Shadow Poison is non-dispellable?
Correct.
Yeah.
It was changed
It's not
recently.
scalable, like.
How did I miss that?
It was 2 patches ago. It wasn't the most recent, but it was like a
FNATIC's
single
turn to
bullet point or something.
Mirana.
But yeah, it was a big change. It's great against
That-
Phantom Lancer.
That's actually big. That's actually huge.
Yeah. Pick up our Mirana, so it is a 4 position that can indeed move around pretty well. So if Bristleback decides to do some creep cutting, Mirana hopefully put a stop to it.
Very
10
flexible
seconds remaining.
for when it comes. If you really want to pull down, you can.
5 seconds remaining.
Tower is very solid, and you're playing Clockwork, Kick, Leap, all of these supports. Carry on the same idea, and Mirana is itself with Centaur is pretty.
I mean, you were proposing Morphling. Now I'd be really keen on them getting a carry with a stun on execute. You'd have so much setup. Cold feed, hoof stomp. If you're a god,
It's a
Mirana.
Division 1 team.
Dire team pick.
Arrows.
Ember Spirit.
One of the spirits has been outstorm creation, fast paced bowler from the. There isn't any reliable cap.
Yeah, that's problematic. If it
10
was a different
seconds
position
remaining.
4, with reliable stun, something like an Earth Spirit maybe, I would say
5
it's
seconds
like a
remaining.
good Necro game against
Dire
Io,
team
Bristleback, he's good against Earth Spirit.
Okay, other percentage-based damage. Not quite as mobile, though, but
Still solid. Still doesn't do anything to Ember, and you need.
10 seconds.
We
Turn to
have seen
ban.
Life Stealers recently, and they're the ones that ban up. I believe this comes.
You're just giving Morphling if they pick him free BKB, and they don't have enough lockdown, as you
team ban.
mentioned. So I think it's a decent ban, even though they have Ancient Apparition. This lineup from Execration could, easily fall apart because you need to hit the spells. Like you need to hit AA ulti. You miss the arrow. You're just not gonna see the full potential if you
10
misuse your
seconds
abilities. On the other side,
FNATIC's turn to
it's
ban.
easier. Bristleback goes in, Quill Spray, they have a lot of sustain coming up from these 2 heroes. Also, Bristleback gives you that tower damage. A bit, it's not that Dragon Knight type of a damage, Lashrak, but whenever you have Ember
10
Spirit,
seconds
you just need.
remaining.
so are you...
5
okay, so based off of the
remaining.
ban, Morphling Razor ban, it seems like they're expecting this IO to be a...
That's how it looks like.
It's a good Phantom Lancer game, I would say, for FNATIC if they want to shift back to an off lane.
and make the IO not the
Dire
one.
team pick.
Yeah.
It's. I'm not sure. I'd still like core and you pick killer perhaps, but core.
Christian need to find a mid laner to go up against Spirit.
FNATIC's turn
Death
to
Prophet with Silence, working with the DOTA spell.
Just another Spirit. Stormband out. This is great for I actually like the Ember.
10 seconds.
It's going to be
remaining.
really hard for them to stop the Ember Spirit. Pretty much the only thing is going to be most likely you'll
5
scepter from the
seconds
Void
remaining.
Spirit, Centaur once he gets a Blink Dagger, but we've seen Centaurs not prioritizing Blink Dagger. Instead, they go like most of the Centaurs that I've seen so far. Vanguard and Hood, then into it. Just want to be like stanky as possible and then pull.
But this hero historically has been like, you go for Blink first, don't make use of it. Gone. Don't scale at all.
Because he farms quite fast with Retaliate, with the Double Edge, and then you don't take the damage with the Hood, with the Vanguard. I can understand that. Depends how Void Spirit game's gonna be, where like if he's not having a good time, he dies 2 times. In this game, I think he needs to be the playmaker. He needs to making these aggressive moves. Same goes for Mirana. Like the supports are not that strong early on. Ancient Apparition and Mirana. Okay,
What's
let's
Raven
see.
playing? Raven is playing the Bristleback, and yeah, offlane Prophet with Shuyan.
Maybe if they switch up the lanes.
Tell me someone saw that.
It was a very good last pick for sure, but I have no say this time. I gotta go with his prediction.
Yeah, we we had a little meeting somewhere off screen a little bit. It was a quick meeting, and it's basically just execration was the outcome there. Yeah. No, it's strictly Dota in here.
Can I still choose Fnatic?
Dang, I mean,
Okay, I'm locked in.
this was your idea. You were the one who's like, I'm going execration.
Yeah, but I didn't know you actually get crazy enough to do it. Well, whatever.
That's what you said.
They can
I
win.
said I was a follower. I'm not a leader. We need separate rooms. I think.
No,
No?
definitely not after this. You're done.
If we just...
Nope, you will be with me until you become a boy. No, but in all honesty, execration, if they don't completely lose the lanes,
30
which is going to be
seconds
tough,
to battle.
or if they don't, they got a pretty good avenue of winning this game.
Oh, I think their lanes aren't...
I mean, they're not super terrible. It's just like AA Lifestealer is pretty tough to lane against Prophet. Then Ember Spirit beats Void Spirit just naturally, especially with those Flame Guard buffs. And Bristleback safe lane, especially with an IO. She doesn't lose. But the lanes are quite a bit in the favor of Fnatic probably. And if they snowball lanes, they can snowball the game pretty hard because their supports, there's no synergy there. No Mirana, no AA. I don't know why you made us go for creation.
Watch, we're going to be right. And then
Then I'll apologize.
we'll be prediction king.
I mean, we are already prediction kings, either way.
Yeah.
Because either you win or you learn.
That's true. always down for learning.
Same. Winning is fun, but learning is probably more productive down the line.
That's true. Very true. We're gonna have to see Moon play a little bit better than game number 1.
He's definitely here. He's much more comfortable on. So, not be a problem for him to play better.
Them only securing 2 CS on that first creep wave over mid.
Yeah, it's
Nice, back and forth.
It's a pretty skill-dependent matchup, but whenever the Flame God is up, it's like all Ember Spirit pretty much. No way for you to remove it until level 6.
We could see the rotation from like BDZ come in, Aether Remnant into an arrow.
They actually dodged lanes on Execration and Light quite a bit.
Prepare for a lesson.
I'm still against Bristol, way better.
You
Centaur against
have learned
Prophet, way
nothing.
better. And now the lanes suddenly don't look that bad.
Does that leave a lane where Nico could probably sit by himself for the most part in that lane? And Pal's taking a lot of them.
Yeah, his goo is super strong, and you have a lot of mana with the IO. So there's 2 manas to work with, but once the Centaur gets my Ring of Health, or even Vanguard, you know, this Prophet will not be able to do anything to him.
How did you know?
Yep, unfortunately, he's sitting at 1,000 health at minute 150. Just Centaur things.
Really just Centaur things. BDZ trying to block this camp. We'll get Courier. That's always nice.
That is indeed always nice. Golden Fusion for everybody. Well,
You
30
have
is 1
learned
CS basically
nothing.
across the board. Not bad.
So it certainly feels like BDZ is probably going to aim to leave the Centaur. Arrow gonna land.
Close.
You know, he's blocking that camp. He's staying over to the side, giving some soul experience over towards Nico.
Yeah, and Clock is trying to do the same as well. Focusing on level 1.
Just his names will go over on the Angel.
I like this item build on Bristol. He went straight for the Soul Ring because he has an IO to always keep him healthy. Always make sure they can out-regen that damage you take from using the Soul Ring. Makes a lot of sense.
Coming over to swipe a bounty rune. Or at least try to. Jabs comes in.
Jabs is the advantage, you know. Those mini stuns are super annoying to deal with. And he
got it.
Yeah, Jabs got it.
Tell me
Now
someone
we
saw
know
that.
You have learned nothing.
he's a bit more active.
Unfortunate for BDZ.
I mean, it's just very unlikely to get that through the mini stuns. And Jabs is also very well known in Thailand for his hands. I don't know what you were thinking about.
No, I was just wondering where that was going.
Okay.
I was waiting for the follow-up. He's very well known.
For his hands. Exactly. Mid lane, taking a lot of damage once more. Still has a healing salve to work with though.
BDZ looking for an arrow. Nico taking a lot of damage. Maybe going after this Nature's Prophet.
You can't hit an arrow with all these creeps there.
Nico, he's taking too much damage.
Yeah. Like Mirana is absolutely worthless against Nature's Prophet. It's just never out of position here to ping to the tower. Should be fine. Taking a ton of damage though. Hey, again, you have to be careful. Okay, it's fine. He just walks right back in there.
Not what you expected?
He picked up the Ring of Hell from Bristleback. He's now very survivable. But Lifestealer, now with that added lifesteal that you get back, or rather the damage that you deal with the, what's it called? Feast. It's a very good hero against Bristleback and like also have infinite stick powder pretty much. Also picked up the chainmail. Phase boot's already completed. He's quite comfortable.
He didn't go to that ring.
He went boots. Fast boots.
Double gauntlet.
Interesting. Because usually when you get that ring, you're pretty much invulnerable in that lane.
We haven't really felt much of anything from BDZ at all.
Yep. No arrows. Nothing really happened yet. He's even maxing the arrow as well. Has gotten 0 mileage out of it so far.
And you're taking some damage from the Searing Chains.
Tell me someone saw that.
If an arrow connects here, it could kill Moon.
Gotta land it though. He's insane. Oh, there's the remnant and they get it.
That was a very good combo.
That was perfect. That's exactly what I was talking about. I was a little worried that they might not get it with the fact that he did hit 6.
Joey, he's diving him here. Level 2 battery.
He's gonna
Joey's
die.
gone.
Arrow misses.
Does Jeff pay the price though?
No.
He should be fine. Wow, that is a massive kill for a +4 clock to pick up. Not only does it give him a good gold infusion, but also his level 6 will be so much faster.
That being said, Raven's sitting really low.
You have to be careful here.
Careful, he might just
He's
die. Yeah.
Don't think what he was
Okay.
thinking there. I had no idea what he was thinking there.
Well, DJ left the lane.
Even he had 150 health and just walks up to a lifesteal with face boots without boots.
Yeah, that was the thing. I don't know why DJ's leading the lane there. And they're going to go on to the Centaur. They've got the Searing Chains. They'll burn Nico out. Kills all over the map.
Yep, easy kill, and now the Prophet with the trees. Actually, all the trees died, so there's not a whole lot of tower pressure coming out here. Centaur will be able to TP back. And a big rotation here from Yowie and BDZ as well. But
Sean taking that.
it has been spotted by a mid ward. They're very careful here.
Need for Raven. Arrow to follow it up. That's going to land. And they've got the double damage. Moon's just dead. They're going to look for another one. They might be able to get a +1. Starstorm. Right there. Shoot him.
You have learned
They're really
nothing.
good with this void spinning around the combo. Like, you gotta trust your teammate blindly. Like, you gotta shoot the arrow before the remedy hits.
That was really well done. That could be the combo that wins them the game.
Good stuff, for sure. I'm a little bit worried about the Centaur. Like, he's having a super rough time, but life's still at least free farming completely. And honestly, this lane swap, you know, when we get back to the analysis at the end of the game, might be what we say won them the game. Because they would have suffered a lot.
Making the right
Not what you
decisions.
expected?
Close to the 6, going Armlet first.
Actually, AA is really high level.
Hey, he's almost 6 himself, and he's taking over me getting some solo experience right now, which is massive, because this Ice Blast is going to be big for taking these fights.
Yeah, and also only on a 40 seconds cooldown, he will have a ton of damage.
Gotta see me a pro game when AA gets to level 20.
Very good ward there by the Radiant. Catching up pretty much every rotation from the river. I mean, yeah, AA 25. AA in general just deals so much damage.
Yeah. Arrow in, both feet on him, and they've got the dash. Quick kill there. Can Moon really rebuttal this situation? And it doesn't really look likely that he can.
There's a haste room bottom with a remnant for it. He doesn't remnant for it.
Oh, he'll try.
Too late.
Bottled up.
Okay.
Execration. This is something that I think when people who are fans of Execration like know. It feels like this team at any moment can take games off teams that are these massive favorites.
Yeah, it's just teams that they should be winning against. They also drop games left and right. It's a lot of teams in the SEA region though. Very volatile region. A lot of teams that have no business beating other teams are just doing it. Like, you'll never really see this kind of thing in China else. Oh, A out of position here. No TP to work with.
He levels 6 if somebody comes his way. Ice Blast thrown out. He's going to move pretty quickly. Stampede. They're going for the bristle, and since he was hit with the Ice Blast, well, he's dead.
Jebaited, man.
AA just be like that. Arrow doesn't connect. DJ on the run. DJ pretty quick has the tether, so he's fine.
I can't believe Execration is playing FNATIC 2 games in a row. So far, at least. Of course, it's still very early in the game. Big stack. Without AA coming back in.
Here, moving forward, Searing Chains. Not sure that's where you want to be, though.
High drop 5.
And they get control. They're going to have an arrow with an Ice Blast. Moon needs to be careful.
No mana for Ice Blast.
Radiant's bottom tower
Short
is
of it.
under attack.
But they have
25
conceded the
mana.
stack. Clockwork almost level 6. Centaur still bring up region at all.
Don't blink that. Straight blink.
Sitting half health.
He needs to be careful. Sprout misses. Cogs are there.
Dyer's top tower
No ult front to work with.
Chip vest on the ground. That'll get picked up. He's trying to run, but the rocket flare finish.
Ember tipping bottom to defend the tower. Arm that already picked up on lifesteal is very farmed.
Dyer's
I'm very
top
surprised by
tower
his lack of ring of health on the Centaur.
And going blink first.
He got blasted in the fountain.
In the base, look at that. RR.
Not getting all the tips in the world.
As he should. See me an AA performance like this.
And he still has a very big stick on Ember, so he should be fine.
Hit.
Then he got that fine, yeah. And Lifestealer going full passive. He has a 2 skill points safe for 1 rage, 1 ult. And he's going full speed. I like it.
Apparition. Okay. Towards top. Hookshot misses. They got 4 heroes up here going for Nico. He does have a stampede. At any point, he can choose to use it and run.
It was all dependent.
Oh, the sprout missing.
That's the pressure, you know. Oh, Io also.
Palace?
He's left alone.
Armor toggling. He's fine.
Io gone.
Oh, man.
You cannot escape.
Execration. Putting it on with an exclamation.
A lot of pressure on that clockwork to hit the hook. Maybe a little bit too much. Ends up missing it. He's really the only initiation to have, unless Ember Spirit wants to go in first.
Which he doesn't in the moment.
Yeah, and he also only has 1 levels in shackles. Or searing chains, rather. However, the gold lead did decrease a little. Bristleback farming up very well. Hood, Vanguard, Soaring. For the rough lane he had, it's pretty good. Yeah.
There for the bristle.
The seeds of fortune.
Okay.
There he is. Going for Vessel on the Rana.
With the AA, I don't dislike that. I think if the Ice Blast misses, or if you want to target someone specifically on the outside of the fights, that's fine. Follow it up.
If you hit the Bristler with Blast plus Vessel, he is in big trouble.
Yeah.
He also doesn't go for any sort of display mechanic.
Prophet
Prophet won't go for any, neither will Ember, so it will be a long time until Hurt off the Vessel.
Sight hits BDZ. They do have the Blink Daggers to debut on the Centaur. Astro standing in Ice Blast with the arrow, and that's another kill for Yoey Moon.
He knew they were there.
So yeah, he saw BDZ to start. You gotta have an idea that they're there, and well,
Overplaying his hand once more.
way too far forward.
He died 3 times, all 3 times the same way. Full arrow.
So this time it's gotten an A, but which makes it even harder to serve that situation. They need to be careful. Nico's looking for the opportunity to blink in there with a hook stop. They don't have Ice Blast right now. They probably want to wait for that.
Yep, up in 1 second actually.
They're going to have a Yules with this too. Like the Yules setup makes it so much easier to get the Aether, the arrow, the It's a sunny day. And Moon, he's trying to run, but eventually he'll shatter. Palace getting the kill onto Moon. And there is no response right now. They're waiting for the relocate back. 1 feet tether away, but a lot of damage being done with the Infest Blast. They're going to come over. Hookshot out on RR with the Moonlight Shadow as it's made up. Original line. They've got the duck, but they don't have the damage. They're going after RR continually. Palace right in front of Raven, who's trying to chase on the Ancient Apparition, who eventually get that kill with the Quill Sprays. And again, stop hits. Cogs pushes away the Centaur. Start to throw the Viscous Nasal Glue on him with Tron joining the fight. Palace with the right clicks throws the Rage on and goes after DJ. They've got themselves the Orchid onto the Void Spirit, but DJ still dies. So now without your tether, not sure you still want to be there. You do eventually get the tower. However, Execration, they still look like they're taking the advantage in these fights.
Yeah, they did a good job at singling out the AA though, who is like a super important piece. Kill that Bristleback.
But they already threw out the Ice Blast. Like, it's not like they had much more to give from the AA.
Had instant smoke up here.
Now they do.
I mean, Moon is having a rough game once more. He's getting blown up left and right. And now with that smoke, if he gets caught out again.
They've got the Spirit Vessel. They have Ice Blast. They can kill anybody.
They saw him.
Blink, looking for the stun, holding it. Orchid, arrows there. Ice Blast hits. And they will have this kill. BDZ with another. I mean, this combination, this is just communication at its finest. They're communicating really well.
Game 1, Game 2, both games they're showing up in style.
Raven, DJ coming over. They don't have Ice Blast. Blink away though. Viscous Nasal Coup. It's up to just throw out the Stampede. And maybe thinking about going in with a hook shot.
They do have a Vessel also against the IO, against the Bristle. Very good pickup. There's a lot of damage potential.
I think they want to go in on this. I think
they do.
Execration want to go still.
Yeah.
Look at where RR is standing. He's waiting for them to retreat, so he's got the proper angle on this Ice Blast. Now he's got to be careful because Jab spots him and throws out a hook shot onto the Marana. They're going to go after this Marana, but the Ice Blast comes through on the Raven. They've got the Spirit Vessel on him. This fight's just too split. BDZ, he'll go down. RR is going to fall too. The idea was there for Execration, but time the execution's lacking.
Yeah, because Mirana actually went out of the trees, was spotted by the ward, so he could not land the arrow on that combination. Otherwise, Crystal might potentially be in trouble. Both supports falling.
You don't want to give up more than you have to. And that's certainly
Lifestealer is still... He still has to be a little bit scared. If he gets orchided out of position, he has no way to cleanse that, spell that. Hold the cut. Well. Damn it. Contagious. Control yourself, Black.
Now I just need to pick who's going to win this game.
Oh, we already did that. Lifestealer bomb in the Centaur right now. If they click on him, they will see it. Yeah, they pinged it out already. You don't just have 3k health at this point in the game. Even though you're Centaur.
Well...
Moon has to be careful. He knows they're there.
You'd think he'd still know, but, well, Blink will stop me. No way! Arrow and the Ice Blast all come through. BDZ, he'll get the kill. The arrow hits, and, well, the connection's been made.
Like, I thought he was just baiting it with, like, a slide or something, but no, it gets blown up again.
Initiation, arrow comes through. Canvas energy on the arrow throws. They'll get the kill on Jabs. They'll throw the Orchid onto the Lifestealer, but nothing to follow this up. So your Orchid's been used, and, well, Palace, he's fine.
Radiant's middle tower.
I'm not sure what to say. It feels like they're not really respecting Execration. Like, they have seen what's happening, but they're just not respecting it. Like, punished for it.
Do you know the meme with the guy from Despicable Me?
Which meme?
Farming mid, see enemies in the trees, get ganked and die. Get ganked and die.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen that one. I mean, I don't know. Like, he literally saw them in the mid lane, walk up that hill. What do you think they're gonna do next?
I don't know.
Maybe
get ganked and die.
Look, I actually thought he was just baiting with Sleight of Fist.
Yeah.
But ended up not coming out. You know. Oh, not again, Moon. Oh, you must be so scared now.
It's got the double damage. Oh, no. Never mind.
It's over. Clockwork smoked up top. They do have a relocate. And Orchid also nice setup.
Yeah, they see the Marana.
Oh, the hook dodge though.
Avoids it, and now he's going to throw the arrow the other way. The bounce up the hook. Look at the kill. The Ice Blast coming in. No work over in Jabs. Can they even get the kill on the BDZ? Sight is there. That's the damage done. They'll go after Nico, trying to get the Centaur. The damage from the battery saw, but the 4 step away. Raven chasing. Who is going for this? But they no longer have DJ. This is a little concerning. Ice Blast has already been used, and they don't have the Marauder for the Spirit. So they've got the Aether Remnant as well as the lockdown on the move, but is it going to be enough? He'll Remnant into the trees and back towards the last Remnant. RR, he's staying nearby. If they have the lockdown, they can get an Aether Remnant. Maybe, just maybe, they can find something else. Jabs going in onto the Ancient Apparition. The Viscous Nasal Dude with Jabs. He might be a little bit too far. Sleight of Fist, they stop the TP of RR. They get the kill on the Ancient Apparition. Palace saying, yo, you can only just watch.
Yeah, a little bit of a misclick here from the AA. He forced out the Clockwork instead of himself. Otherwise, he might have been okay. So, pretty decent exchange for FNATIC. Trading 3 for 2.
Good amount of gold going their way as well.
Yeah, but Lifestealer is starting to become a problem. He's building to Basher next. And like, late game, Lifestealer is really good against Bristleback. You know, early mid game, you can kind of still stomach it. But the later the game goes, the less your tankability means.
Is anybody going
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Silver Edge here? Would it be worth getting on anybody?
Nah, they don't need it because they already have A to deal with the tankiness.
And the Spirit Vessel, like, it's just fine.
Don't need to build into a Silver Edge.
They threw the Ice Blast out. I would rather they hold that. You know, jumps, they go to the Bristle. The damage, they've got the Spirit Vessel on him, and they've got the Yules out onto the Wisp. They get the kill. DJ still getting chased by Palace. The right-click damage is just a tickle. It's just a tickle out of Palace. Palace now, though, hit with the cogs in. Stroud, can he get anything off? No, he can't. Palace and Nico end up dead. It looked like he was just going to eat the damage and soak it up. Ice Blast hits, but no arrow. Move. Almost in trouble again.
If Lifestealer makes it out of there, he can potentially turn around to fight again. He just barely died with, like... He was, like, in range of Infest already. He was about to use it. The last battery tick killed him off. Super close fight. And much, much needed for FNATIC here. Brought the Ember Spirit back into the game. Now sitting at a respectable net worth. Yeah, she went for Desolator also. Yeah, I like it quite a bit. Together with the Bristle and Prophet. Prophet now finished up his BKB. He's getting big.
Never refuse gold given.
Dire are
That is a
scanning.
problem if you don't really have a reliable targeted stun. Sure, you have the Storm, but you know, this Ember Spirit should be rather free in those team fights.
Should be.
They have an arrow, they have a hoof stomp, and the remnant, that's it. You can see how fast the Bristle dies. And the ones without Ice Blast.
$18-13, even in net worth.
Yep, Axe will be picked up momentarily by the Void Spirit, 500 gold away.
Silences are going to be massive here.
Especially against his Ember, who does not have a BKB yet.
Not what you expected.
It's onto the clock. Long duration stun, hook shot away, but the Aether
Not what you
kind of went with him.
That looked silly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Good try. Good response from Jabs as well.
Execration kind of putting their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, I think that mid-fight scared them a little bit. They've finally been shown that they're not a portal. Can't get away with all sort of funny plays.
The Ags also Solar Crest, so it's going to make killing this Bristle even easier.
How much armor does Bristle have right now? 13. There's nothing. He's not even itemizing into armor. I think it's a pretty big mistake by Bristle. A casual plate mail is pretty important this game, I'd say.
They're being mid to smoke. Exactly what they'll do.
Rock it on.
Very defensive remnant, just in case. Clockwork is very farmed and very tanky. 1900 health with the hood and Dragon Scale.
Radiant's pretty farmed too. They've also
bombed the
used
5-man smoke.
that Moonlight Shadow in the.
Yeah. See if they can. Oh, this Prophet would be a massive kill.
Yeah, they found him. In fact, BKB in time, but the
Blood
damage
Basher.
is too much.
Yeah, the Basher
Dire's
knocked him out of
middle
the
tower is under attack.
TP. You've got fast fingers, but
Not fast enough.
you don't even go to Hex.
Radiant structures are
I'm just going to TP out through a Basher. Nope. That works. A blast.
Going north.
Through the Roche with it.
Radiant's middle tower.
I mean, they could have been doing Roche, I guess. But
Try and spot them through the jungle. Just doesn't have quite the right angle to really get the vision out.
there's no profit. Have to be a little bit careful here. They're
Dire's
playing underwater here. Careful.
Oh, look at the damage already coming through. He misses, and now they're going to move with the Stampede. They've got the silence. And another silence out of the Ember. Moon's been caught. Moon gets the sign off just in time and survives. They'll go after Jack. The extra step. That's right on. Is the arrow hit? They got the Spirit Vessel. Craven's in trouble. The Aether Ring. Did you leave the damage to get the kill on a Raven? They got this as a tether and the relocate. Oh, just close on both the Ember and the Bristle. And those are two big lives staying up for them in PDZ. You have two leaps. The other way, DJ ends up dead Yogi. That's on the relocate back.
And Clockwork has hook in 5.
He just needs to be careful. The hoof stomp.
Pull back
Eight
though.
remnant. To avoid the cogs.
Hook ready.
Doesn't hit on anything.
You have
learned
learned nothing.
It could have been so much worse. Yeah, like Moon had 10 health.
Moon just gets out. Bristle just gets out.
If they both die,
full team wipe.
It's a disaster. Yeah. Would be like a 4 or 5k gold lead for
Yeah.
Execration. But they mitigated the damage. Good job by FNATIC. But they took that fight, you know, knowing they're 4v5. Like they were willing to stand there.
That's true.
It's not like they were forced into it.
They could have retreated. Here we go, BKB Heart for the Bristle BDC.
I don't like this heart at all, but we'll see.
Leap and one more for good measure. No, they'll hold it, but oh god, RR now force that onto the low ground. They can just walk around these trees. They've got the Orchid and they've got the dash.
And it might open up Roshan. No buyback on him.
Yeah,
it's a very
Ice Blast.
important
They should have retreated the second BDC got caught.
Yeah, that was rough.
Is under attack.
We're not going to be giving up the free Rosh.
It's moved. Are they gonna, is he gonna try and steal this? He could definitely thinking about it.
That could ruin the game though.
Yeah, he can, of course, this, but giving up that Aegis is...
But real talk here, I think this Bristol back item build is not
Ether
good.
Remnant.
BDZ.
And BDC caught again. Moonlight Shadow just comes out, dust lands, and he'll be changed, he'll be killed. So again, BDC, he is playing in an over-aggressive spot. But they've caught Moon again. They're going to try and relocate in. But now they're relocating into this where I don't know if they want to be here.
Moon getting caught out once again.
Some vision down. They've got the Infest. Maybe catch them relocating back.
Whoever they catch, blown up.
Ice Blast through mid and
Very close. He was about to duel him.
almost got it.
So, like, Bristol is itemizing into 0 attack speed and 0 armor. Against the lifesteal, he's going actually for max health. Not sure what the process there is, but lifesteal will be healing a ton by just hitting him.
Percentages.
Especially once the shard comes out as well.
Yeah. Clockwork going at X. He wants to input a lot more with the overclocking.
Yep, double hook.
3.7 hertz, 4.2.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
So
tower
Prophet is
under
itemizing into the
attack.
AC,
Dire's
flying
top
his
tower
whole
is
team with a
under
little bit of
attack.
armor. I don't know if that's necessary enough though. Bristol will be sitting at what? 16? That's not a lot.
Radiant's
See.
bottom tower. Radiant's bottom
Execration,
tower
if they can
is
find
falling.
anything. Been lacking the pickoffs that have given them this lead.
Yeah. And the Roshan was also a pretty big problem, because now you can't really blow up Bristol and get out.
Ooh, can't bet.
Good question. Maybe A? Nobody really wants cast range, problem.
I like it on A.
Yeah. But here's the growth ball right now. This is also pretty good.
Yeah. There's the AC with the BKB. Big timing there for FNATIC. Still sitting 1,000 gold behind.
Yeah. But AC also going to be picked up on a lifestealer, canceling out the other AC, of course. Yep.
So that delivered. He's got AC.
Everybody gets an AC.
He still feels very strong.
He is. He also just picked up his evasion talent, so Bristol won't be hitting him as much. Neither will Prophet.
Flare. Oh, Rocket Flare spotting Palos. They've got the Searing Chains, but Clockwork moving in that fast by himself
Dire's
is just going to end up
bottom
dead.
tower has fallen.
Be very careful. He might look survivable, and he is against spells, but physical damage will still rip through him.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Not a smoke, infest bomb.
Double Astra
What a
snap.
deep.
Wow, they're really looking. They got the first hit bash coming through. Can they get another bash? It doesn't even matter. That is so far. I mean, they knew exactly where the Radiant were. Based on the Rocket Flare coming in, the slights coming through. Arrow Moon hits. Moon gets caught. He's a magnet.
You have learned
They got DJ caught. This is so good for Execration. They have found the Bristleback. Arrow comes in. He's got the BKB. The bashes are in. Raven tried to TP out. The cores are going to start to stack up. They'll continue to chase. There's another bash. First stop in, and they have got this kill on a Raven. They've got him once. Armor needs to be where he stands. And the arrow setup, it's there. And well, they've got this kill once again.
He looks like just such a pushover when the lifesteal's on top of him with an AA. And yeah, it all started with a fantastic pickoff on the Prophet. They did not disengage from the bot lane. Took an arrow to the face, gets taken down as well, and EXECRATION is just massively outplaying FNATIC here right now.
Moon is a magnet. The arrow hit him.
Yeah, I mean, Moon took, I don't know, I think 6 of his 7 deaths, all arrows.
Yeah.
Try you on again?
They're going to try for it again. His BKB just came back up.
Whew. Astral Step wasn't on cooldown, luckily for him. Otherwise, I would have done the same thing.
I like that they made the determination. All right, infest over. Sometimes you see like they just sit there.
Double damage I've seen.
With his centaur, they might have gotten into a difficult spot because Moon is still taking a lot of damage on the run. One more shot to get the kill. He comes in for Nico, but loses his own life.
This is
You have learned nothing.
And we have said they don't have a whole lot of stunts to begin with.
Yeah. Basher's coming in clutch, I'll tell you that much.
Top tower has
I mean,
fallen.
his bashes have been pretty on point. But he's just not scaling anymore in the Ember. He's now the same net worth as the Centaur. And Lifesteal just looks like he's the king of the game. Bristol back, no chance to fight him. And he still has the heart queued up.
Radiant's top tower is falling. Dire's bottom tower is under
So far,
attack.
at least.
Once he gets this Skadi up, man, it's Bristol. Everyone's going to have so many problems with that
Oh
slow.
my god, they want to go for this. They just want to make the jump. They've got the whole night shadow. They're going to go for the infested Astral Step. Another Astral Step. DJ caught. He tried to TP. He ain't going to make it out. Arrow comes in. Not even needed. Palace with another one.
They're so fast. Like EXECRATION really putting on the tempo. Every time they see something, instant infest, double astral, hasted void spirit, because of that infest bonus movement speed. They just bring the game to FNATIC who can't handle the pace at all.
Look at how far ahead Palace is. And he's almost got a Scotty.
Yeah. And once that's up, have fun running away. What is the ability called? Ghoul Frenzy plus Skadi is like, what, a 50% slow? He's not moving.
Ghoul Frenzy sounds like a 1960s poor horror film.
Yeah. It does.
Tonight's double feature.
Ghoul Frenzy, featuring EXECRATION Palace and the sacrificial lamb Moon.
This summer.
The damsel in distress. Will he be able to be saved? Find out tonight.
I want to kill this Ember now.
Alright, how much gold is off the Skadi?
Stampede gets used. They're going to go after the Ancient Apparition, but the Force Staff away. He's still looking for it, and they're really going for RR. The commitment's there. They want to get the Ancient Apparition, which they will. Hookshot comes through on a BBZ. They've got the Infest. Aether down, but he's got the BKB. That runs out. Now the Summer will take the Hookshot through on a BBZ. Infest pops. BBZ leaping away, trying to get out of this one. He's getting the Lotus Orb off. With Buyback coming up for the Ancient Apparition. They'll focus their attention on the jabs. Cold Feet, Chilling Touch. That's enough to ice him out. And they have got the Yule's Aether End combo, but Raven with BKB. Ice Blast coming all the way through, which will eventually
Clip the Prophet.
just clip Profit.
Very good decision at the
They still
beginning.
go. Aether Remnant.
IO.
They need to be careful. DJ Force Staffed and getting the tether off. They've got the Shard 2 on the Void Spirit, so he's got more options to the ceiling.
And a whole lot more damage too.
Yeah.
They're going again. No BKB this time.
No, he just used it. And can they get the relocate off? Yes, they can.
Good decision making here by DJ once more.
Attack. Radiant's
Raven with the Spear Vessel on him too. If he had an Ice Blast, maybe he's dead.
I mean, they're doing good damage control on FNATIC. It's just every time they're bleeding off something, you know?
Perfect.
Yeah, it's just... They definitely didn't skip math lessons. If they able to call it to 12. Very well done. It feels every time FNATIC just bleed off something, you know, in the retreat. They lose one hero, maybe two, maybe not the most important hero, but they're still losing something.
Yeah.
EXECRATION is always getting a bigger and bigger lead. Lifesteal out the Skadi. Good luck.
Stampede the cock inside the cogs. The that's going to land up to one, I believe. Jab still dead. Raven taking some damage here. Pal's continuing to run in. He's looking for the bashes. He's getting them, even with BKB being popped by Raven. With this BKB now being down,
He's just
Palace
healing.
seems like he'll be free to take these racks.
And this team play from EXECRATION is impeccable. Like, he has no way to dispel the silence, sitting in the free damage position. FNATIC think they have a go. Nope, instant loads off. Take off the silence.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Up towards top now.
This team looks so different from the last time we casted them.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top
Like, they
tower
look like
is
they're on
under
fire.
attack.
They're way better than before. We say it now, and next week they're like, today we had bad sleep, not walking.
Like this looks like right now. This looks like a team that can make the major, but they're already 0-2, and that's a big problem.
Yeah. I mean, if
But
they
this
win this
is
though,
massive.
this win is absolutely massive.
No fire picked up by Chuan.
Also for the team morale.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't want to beat the ever. Because that means major, maybe in a 3-way tie.
Yeah, because I think Southeast Asia was like 5-2 was the lowest last season.
Yeah. 3 top teams were pretty top heavy.
May not be that way this
Are
season.
scanning.
I mean, this game is not over yet. It just looks very rough right now to do with live speed.
Solid shot, not coming. They're going to TP in this dangerous profit, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. They've got the nullifier, and he's up on the high ground all the way away, but not away enough.
It's a buyback from the
Buyback
Emperor.
from Moon.
Yeah. Potentially a little bit unnecessary. If he gets picked off now, it's game.
Yeah.
Behind again.
Arrow, ice blast, in. He's got the BKB, but is it going to be enough? They'll work over at DJ. They're trying to get this Wiz back on the front. Just that. He's got himself buyback, and he might be forced to use it. Yes, he will be, but Raven's already dead without buyback.
Well,
They
And
think
Roche is
about
up.
Roche.
Man, he almost walked into that.
Those are the arrows that usually hit too. The ones that are going through terrain level changes and through the trees.
Those are just nasty, though. Like, you actually can't see them. They're just camouflaged in the floor.
Those are the ones where you think that
Hook shot?
didn't even hit me.
Okay, he's hooked out. Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, but they want to go still. They know DJ needs to go back.
Oh, no. This
He
is
does.
see everything.
They've got such great vision. He's dead now. 75 seconds, no buyback.
And
Radiant's
Bristol are
top
buying for
barracks are
50.
under attack.
Might be another set of wrecks.
Palace wants to push in the creep wave, get his creeps in, get the backdoor protection off, go after this racks up top,
And then go Roshan after.
and he's going to do
Radiant's
exactly
top
that.
barracks are under attack.
He's got 30 seconds. They know they have 30 seconds. Raven would have bought back immediately. He hasn't done so. They knew DJ bought back too. They have nothing to defend this.
Yeah, and then Moon also bought back. They're going for megas. Like, screw Roche, get the game.
So they're going to go top. They're going to try and take a set of racks themselves in a tier 3. You've got the tier 3 taking some damage, but there's the Glick being used. So Nature's Prophet and the Ember,
Radiant's
how long
bottom
can they
tower
stay for? You've got BDZ defending and Mega Creeps coming.
I quite like this decision, actually, you know. They know they have no way of finding it now. Just squeeze it. Try to end the game. It's not megas quite yet. There's still 1 range Rex, but every lane's going to be no pressure.
He showed the other half of racks when I said. I was like, they didn't take it.
Shadows.
They didn't take it. But it's now 5 Rex.
They will.
It'll come. Yeah, of course. Maybe the creep itself will just good, you know?
Yeah.
When they're waiting around Roche Pit, although they do have a problem to deal with it. Now Lifesteal's sitting at 5.5k gold. The guy is just filthy rich. It's disgusting. He should not be allowed to be this rich.
16k lead. And it doesn't feel like FNATIC can...
Lifestealer hitting the Bristol actually just heals so much health. Did Bristol end up going for that hard is my question. No. Good boy. He's going to the Bristol blade, which makes much more sense.
They see this.
They have to be a little careful here. As Lifestealer, if he starts...
I want EXECRATION to position for the hook.
Oh, good infest here.
Astrostep going forward. They've got the silence out of the Bristol back. They've also got the infest. They're going to the clockwork. So instead of blocking for the hook, they're going to go after them. They will get this kill onto Jabs and a look over at Moon, who's going to try and fight Yowie, but I don't know if that's the right decision to be making. They've got the Abyssal picked up on the Bristle, but they're going to try and use it. They look over at RR. Stampede gets used. RR, he bought back in the previous engagement, so he's going to be gone for 90 seconds without buyback. Quick shot comes in on the Piranha. BDZ ends up dead, but BDZ has buyback. They've taken out the Nature's Prophet down for 103 seconds. That's the second time he's died. Heals up into the air. Do they have the extra lockdown? Arrow gets blocked by a creep. He possibly KB anyway. Going to assimilate, looking for an option. Now their attention is over onto Raven. Who's stunned, taunt, Moon in trouble, gets a remnant onto the high ground. He's trying to get away. The cogs are there. That should block out Execration for now. But you've got the Void Spirit nearby. Moon trying to throw a remnant, juke back and forth, looking for an opening, but the 8th remnant's there. They've got the double edge. Moon is gone, and 108 seconds without this Ember.
And Io is going to come back in soon. Really carried out the Crystal Black. Don't know exactly where he is.
2, 1, down over, bashes in.
Learned nothing.
Now GG.
Wow, Execration with the 2-0.
Went the complete opposite way than what I thought at the beginning. Nice pick. Easy prediction for us. That's why I don't predict. No, but yeah, it is. And what can we say? I did not expect. Disappointed, especially in Moon.